Good evening and welcome to the stream. It is midweek Friday tonight, and well, as I already wrote in chat, I felt a need to do something, so here we are. Yeah, there's been some not so nice things going on. I would say that it started yesterday, but honestly it didn't, because it's not really new things, but yesterday kinda was one of those not so good days. Basically, I went to the hospital. Don't worry, I haven't broken a leg or something. No, it was a planned appointment. And, well, I got some bad news. Bad news are bad, right? They didn't really get me down, though, because I had completely expected those news. But it still, like, pulled up some bad things from when originally I got to know that that would be the result. So yeah, but that's not the whole thing. I also had some stuff coming afterwards, both yesterday and today, and it's kind of left me in a situation where I'm not feeling the greatest. Most of the time I would probably not have chosen to stream in such a situation, but honestly I need to do something, and I feel the need to talk. And I feel the need to distract myself, and I have actually wrote down a bunch of notes so that I could talk about all this if I wanted to. And I would really like to, but I am not sure that I am going to. Maybe. I'm not sure that I am, though, because like, the whole point of this stream is to not think of the whole thing, so if I start talking about the whole thing, then that seems counterproductive. But, well, let's get started. No one cares anyway. But here we are, where we left off. Much the same. We have Minimo, who is very close to full familiarization. Just need a little longer. So yeah, I haven't done anything since this last time, so we are basically at the same point. We built the ingot storage here last time. Well, it's been underway for a while, but we finally put it together. It's not completely done, though. We need a little bit more, and perhaps we should start with that. So let's grab a saw. Still has a little durability left. Okay, then we need some pine. I know Moo cares. I know I say that no one cares. I know that Moo cares, but yeah, it feels like not very many people care, and that might just be my imagination. It would not surprise me, but that sign is Minimoo's birthday. Minimoo's birthday, 5th of March, 02. Good move. Alright, so this is the ingot storage that we put together last time, and we put in this grass. This is not intended to be all grass, so let's take some of it out. Okay, so 23. Second. I'll get that properly paused. 23. So there we go. Then we probably want some light in here. So we should probably get a couple of pumpkin lanterns hidden in the flooring. So perhaps we should do that. Hi there, Nikki. But yeah, if I sound a little down tonight, that is why. 2 should probably do. So let's say, how did I get so much dirt? I just dug it. Let's see, we're currently in spring. I would really like to also get some more like cherry trees growing. Well, hope you sleep well. We should probably have one here. We already have one here, somewhere, there. If you're unsure where it is you hide your pumpkins, you can always see it. You can see it. This makes particles. A chiseled block does not make particles. So you can use that to find out where they are. Let's do a simple mirror. Just while we are working. Chisel and hammer. You also do not need to chisel it that much. I just like to do it for some reason. Like one corner will be plenty. Would save uses, but I guess I have too many resources. Not really. Alright, so that is that done. Then I want one more detail. And for that we will need to have some sycamore. I don't know if we have any pre-cut. But yeah, long story short, it is all a matter of like some people perhaps not thinking. Like, I don't want to stereotype, but pardon me for stereotyping for a second. Guys are sometimes fucking stupid, pardon my French. I'm so sorry. Fucking dense. Like, it's just like, you know how a lot of well, I guess it's not just guys, just for me it comes out with guys a lot, and that is the frustration part. But people thinking more with their genitalia than with their brain, which to some degree is a property that I kind of like sometimes, like the simplistic mindset. But sometimes it's just too much. There we go. Just a little bit more detailing. Does make you walk up a little bit, but I think that's okay. I was actually also wondering, can you make a stair with these? Like a really steep stair? You can. The problem with this stair is that, like, you could go up a lot of blocks in just a single one, so you would end up like having a trouble getting down without just falling and taking falling damage. Alright, it is morning. That means that Minimo needs some food. Minimo. Minimo is fully familiarized. Yay! That means that tomorrow we probably can't even feed Minimo anymore. I think we actually still can feed, but still. Alright. So, that is that done. Actually, while I'm over here, I want to have a look at the farm. I haven't looked at it since we began here, just to see where we are at. The cabbage is close to done. Looks like the cabbage over there is also close to done, but not quite. Yeah, actually a little further along. The maize is close. I also need to figure out what we're doing here. Like, I want to have some kind of cover. Probably a... what do we call it? Not even sure what to call it. This stuff. Great design. I'm not sure. But yeah, probably something like that, but I'm not entirely sure how to like couple it up to everything yet. What are we doing here? Coming along slowly. Okay, so sycamore. Pine. Okay, how are we looking here? We still have a bunch of stuff that we need to move around. Well, to start out with, let's grab our shiny stones and move them in here. We have a pretty sapphire and a jade and a chipped beryl and a chipped jasper and a chipped opal and a chipped sapphire and a flawed tourmaline. we're gonna need more storage than this because you do get a few of them. But actually, gems doesn't have very many uses. Like, if you have other mods that requires gems, if you have normal gems like these, you can use them. The other qualities don't really have a use. And diamond exists, but it doesn't really have any use either. So it's a little silly. The chipped ones, the smallest kind, those actually do have a use. You can make a protection meter out of them. This thing, which gives you a visual indication of the amount of spawn or chunk protection, or however you want to call it, that is accumulated in an area. So that can be nice, and we might do something like that at some point, but right now we only have one of each, and I don't want to use all of them. Alright, so let's see, put that back in there for now. Okay, let's have a look inside the house. So, one thing I regret with this house design is that there is not enough variation in height. Like, it's fairly flat floor-wise. I have made space here to have an upper floor, but it's still fairly flat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look here. Still good. So far, so good. It's actually pretty nice. I need a munch. Yeah, it's a pretty nice song. Let's see how far we can take it. We probably don't want to go further out than this anyway, but let's see what's actually here. Okay, that's actually more space than I expected we would have. Okay, that's probably going to be the extreme edge. Yeah, now we are over the hallway down below. So we can't go further than that. Let's take out this. Oh, that's too far. Fair enough. So yeah, this is the extreme edge of where we can go. But what I'm thinking is, if we take this down one level, that gives us a little bit more, like, different levels in the house. Maybe we also go over here. The scary thing about building in Terrapuppercraft is that it costs a lot to build and it is difficult to build. So you don't want to like plan to go too crazy, but as you build, as with all Puppercraft, you get better at it. So you get better at building within the confines of the mod. Gonna need an ash log. This one out, we'll replace that with the log. Then the question is, do we want this to be the stair, or do we want this level to be the stair? Why are you in my house? Because you don't fit through the window? You look like you're trying. If you don't fit through the other one, you're not going to fit through that one either. Just saying. But yeah, it's just like, I don't fault anyone, it's just some people, they don't think before they do things, and that is a little frustrating. Like, I like making others happy, and that's actually one of the reasons why the streams here are a positive thing for me, and why I'm doing it now. It's because it does positive things for me. I think I want the stair to be here. The reason for that is this line here, otherwise it's not going to line up so nicely. So I think we'll actually take this. And then bring it up to this level. And then the question is if there should be... like, should it be all the way across? We're also going to need to think about a stairway up to whatever we have above. So that would probably go here. Let's see what we have in lumber. I just want to try this. Zoop! It actually works really well. It's not terribly easy to get down without getting hurt though. Kinda have to shift down it. But it's possible. I think something like this might be like nicer if you want to do an alternate way up into your blast furnace or similar structure. Okay, so let's see. So the question is how far to take it. Like what we could do here, we could have, actually let's do it a little bit more aligned, so doop doop doop. Instead of making an entire stair in this block space, we could just do the little like bottom space here, basically that space there. And then for the next one we could do that space, that space, The downside of doing it like this is that we will be wasting more chisel on it. Could also just use these, really. That might actually look nice. Maybe let's try that. If I do that though, I'm gonna need some more pine. Do that. Let's see. We want to be at least one level higher, I think. What are you trying to do? Okay. So the next level up would be the floor. Which we could probably slab. That would bring it up to... The question is if we should do it like, instead of doing it like a full slab, we could just go up 3, so it is 5/8 thick. That would make it like skirt the underside of this block. Okay. I think on this side probably need ash. The only problem is this place here. Because if the ash ends in the wall here, it is probably going to look weird. Well, there are ways to solve that, of course. But if we do that, see, this will look weird with this area here. We could then simply close it off so that instead of having this large window, we bring the wall over. And then we need something to clap the wall with. yeah, all in all, I think a lot of the issues comes down to the fact that I'm just really tired of pretending to be okay, because I'm not. Just thinking of how to like reinforce this. Could simply do something like this. That might look a little weird. I think we might have to make that a little thicker. How would it mesh up here though? Go there, and then we have an issue with this block here. I mean, either way, it's not like things have to make super sense. Papa should indeed munch. Papa forgets. What time of day is it? Morning. I don't know if day passed. I forgot to pay attention. Alright, let's make some more munch. That's enough. Still have enough for 6 sandwiches. Oh. Completely forgot we were pickling something. That's the problem with like starting something one stream and then continuing the next. You don't always remember you're doing something. It's okay, it's not like we are really desperate for food at this point. But yeah. Like, one thing I will say though, in regards to all of this stuff, is social media. Social media was a mistake. Not a mistake for me, though honestly the best for me would probably be to leave it behind and never look back. But in general, it's a mistake. Like, the whole idea behind social media is that some unknown entity, as in you don't know them, benefits off of your interactions. Essentially, they score money by you interacting via their service. That is what social media was made for. Now, that's fine and all. Like, you can make social media what you want to. Like, I've tried to make my social media present a pleasant thing for myself and for other social media, if only. But the problem is that social media, it encourages a certain type of behavior. Like, on social media, if you post, like we have for instance Mastodon. Mastodon has content warnings, which allows you to say a bunch of things you might not normally say, because now you can hide it and not feel bad because you're pushing it on others. That's great. Brilliant feature. The only problem is people tend not to say things that they need to say because, well, even though it is possible to do that, what actually gets like interactions is to do positive things. Like, even though you might feel like crap, you force yourself into holding back the negative and pushing out whatever positive little tiny bit of information you can squeeze out of your brain, so that you can get that dopamine rush of getting interactions. And the problem with that is that it creates a false positive on social media. We call that et glansbillede, or a picture postcard, if you translate it to English. I don't know if it's the same term in English, which is why I explain it, but essentially a picture postcard is it is a prettified version of the truth, and it has been proven that that behavior is self-reinforcing and a negative, because it makes, like, it forces people to push that positive thing, because otherwise they don't get interactions. But by pushing the positive thing, I'm gonna drink, sorry, that's why I'm standing still. They also make it seem like the world is more perfect than it actually is. Which is a bad thing, because then you sit back here and your life is not perfect. You actually feel pretty crappy. But everybody else seems to be having such a perfect life. Why are you not? You should. Must be something wrong with you, right? As a result of that, like, even though I use Mastodon, like, I've completely stopped using the public timeline, because it is just really affecting me negatively. Like, whenever I go there, I feel like I am wrong, that don't fit in. It's just really unpleasant. Like, everybody else is having fun and enjoying things, and it seems so great and all, and I know that it isn't. Like, I know that people are hiding the negative, but that doesn't change the feeling you get by being there. Okay, we do have enough. Just gonna take a couple. Get those there. Okay, then down here. Okay. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm tempted to make a fence here, like just go boop boop boop. Actually, what we should probably do... let's see, what do we have in lumber? I'm gonna need Douglas fir, I'm gonna need sycamore, I'm going to need ash. We don't have very much ash. Okay, let's see, sycamore. Should be enough. Douglas fir is over here. Do we have extra on top? No. Actually, let's just grab the last 4 as well, just for ease of putting it back later. So yeah, I don't no longer come on the public timeline because it's not good for my mental health, and honestly, yeah, social media was a mistake. For me personally, and in general, because it is a toxic thing created by money men to benefit off of you and to use those interactions for their own gain, while you don't get anything out of it. Question is, should we do it at this level here? Like, I'm gonna make a wall like this. But should we do a wall like all the way up here, or should we do it down here? When unsure, just to do it and see how it looks. I think if we go one high, it's going to look weird because this one will be at the same level as this one. And as I have mentioned before, imperfection is the way to making something good. But the problem is that social media is also addicting because of that dopamine rush. So even though you should leave it, you stay. Like, for my sake, I feel some sort of weird responsibility to stick around, even though I should just leave. Though granted, I have also put out a bunch of content. I'm wondering if this should be changed with Sycamore. I think it should. Otherwise I think it will look weird. I think that's better. Probably have a small table there. Do that. I think that already helps a lot more. Having a little bit of different levels to the house. The only thing is the area up here might be dark. And that I am not completely sure how to solve. I could potentially hide a light in the corner. I don't think it should be a problem because I don't think anything can actually spawn on these chisel blocks. But nevertheless, I need some drinky. Let's go down and get a sippy. Let's go very slowly down and get a sippy because I've neglected it for too long. Oh, those cabbages looks done. The green beans are done. The garlic looks almost done. So yeah, it's one of those situations where it is toxic, it is bad for you, but at the same time you either don't want or you can't let go of it. They're all mature. The potatoes are done. One of the garlic are done. Those are both done. Those need some longer. Okay. Okay, potatoes needs a B. Oh, one of them needs a B, the other needs an A. That's confusing. Okay. This needs a B. Okay, so an A, I guess. Actually, let's give it right, and then B. You need B. Okay, what are we doing here? I need a C. What about the others? These need C. These need C. Okay. Well, I know what I want for some of them. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Put these in here until I'm ready. So another bee. So let's do these. It's turning into one big mess, but it's just how it is. Okay, this one we don't need anymore, so we can free up some inventory space. There it is. Of course, everyone gets like affected by it in different degrees. I'm pretty sure most people do not live the perfect life required to really survive social media unscathed. Gonna leave the potatoes mostly untouched because we are going to make vodka out of them most likely. Nice cabbage for one. Let's see, what do we have here? All of these are vodka. All of these are vinegar. Okay. Good, good. Think more. Alright. Let us have a look at Minimu. Minimu is still familiarized, which means that Minimu is now fully familiarized. Just as I had hoped. That means that we need to do something very important. Let's see here. We need a piece of string. So maybe we should use spider string. They're interchangeable, but the yarn can be used for more, so yeah, that's probably a better idea. We need a piece of paper and we need a marking. Like, the only difference is that this can be used to dry things and smoke things. Silk cannot, and silk can be used to make, what is it called, lines, which you don't really need for anything in Terrapuppercraft, at least not vanilla Terrapuppercraft. And then you can make silk out of it, but it's also interchangeable with wool, so yeah. A name tag. Okay, now I need something just to see if I can. I don't know if I can. Okay, so right click. Now I have a name tag. Actually, let's redo that. Just because I think I would rather have it like this. Now. Minimo! Yay! Oh. Now, the others here, you can see they are not full familiarity. They came from the wild. Wild animals can never be familiarized enough that you can actually get them to the naming stage. But Minimo is. Yay! Alright, now I'm wondering, the jukebox recipe is not enabled. It is too bad. I was thinking putting a jukebox in the corner there would be really nice. Jukebox and then a little table. I think a lot of things. I need some clay. Okay, so what do we want? I want to use an nasturtium. The question is, what do we have around the house? We already have an nasturtium up there, so probably not. Calendula. Little floor plant. And then we also have this as a raised area that we can put stuff on, which is nice. Of course, we do lose a little bit of the view, but we could potentially do something to bring us up again. Maybe just a little, like, basically the same we did here, over here, without maybe doing it as the lumber, but doing with an actual full block. And then just doing the one little slab. And then you can get up and look. Okay, let's see. I need white elm. Actually, we can keep 2 of them. I really need to figure out the windows so that I stop running through the house every time and jumping out the window. That's the problem though, you don't want to put in the windows before you know where they're going, right? Okay. let's see here. So we at least want to do that, but do we want to do more? The problem is if we fill this in, then I feel like this should also be filled in. And I am not sure that I want that, because then we just get a little 2x2 and it's too small. I think that can still work. No, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. I have to move this a little differently. Could do like that. Might look too out of place with this. I could switch it so that I am using similar lumber. All right. Let's see, the pickling should be ready, so let's switch that around first of all. Okay, that one I can barely see. That needs to be changed. I thought that was grayed out. It's the problem with just picking a random color. It does not always work. Let's see, old home. And it might be this one. Where's that at? It's all the way up there. Yeah, bro. It's not this one, I'm pretty sure. But let's see where it is. I'm tempted to go for this one because it is, like, we know that it's a deep vein. Okay, that's the one we found before. The nice one about this, the nice thing about this one is that we can sail all the way to it. The bad thing about this one is that it is in the acacia forest. Bum 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 bum. What was I doing here? Sorry, I had to take care of that. Hello, sheepy friends. Oi. Alright, I think we should prepare for a small expedition. So let's do that. Okay, let's see. Oh, we should cut those before we leave though. Give me a few more saplings. You've given me enough, but I would like extras. There's 2 more. Nice. The willow trees have grown as well. Should probably also cut those down because they do take forever to grow. You be good, spider. You're supposed to be nice right now. I think, by the way, I looked a little bit into it, like you'll notice when we go up exploring and I find flowers, I pick some of them up, but I always leave some. The reason for that is I am pretty sure flowers regrow in Terrapuppercraft, where they spawned originally. So by leaving some behind, I can then find the spot later. Though if they regrow, I should be able to find them regardless, right? Yeah, it's just one of those little things you do. Come on, give me some more saplings, please. By the way, if you try to name an animal that is not fully familiarized, it'll tell you that the animal will not let you do that. So yeah, you can't name animals unless you have put in the groundwork first. Unfortunately, that means that you can't do it, like you can't name animals you've gotten from the wild. I don't know if that also counts for puppers and horses and stuff, because there might be something different. Their taming routine is significantly different, so it is possible. Also, by the way, I'm aiming for it to not be a super long stream tonight, both because I tend to make these streams a little too long, but also since I'm not feeling the greatest, like I want to do something, but I'm not sure I want to go for 4 or more hours. So most likely we'll be stopping, like after maybe 3 or so. Alright, let's just grab a sip before we leave. Otherwise we won't be able to run back. It looks so weird now that we've trimmed everything down a little bit. I was so used to just having leaves everywhere. What? I'm only afraid that I put some hickory into it, but I don't think I did. Alright, and the hickory we'll take straight to the smoker because we are a little low over here. Oh, the maize is done, the squash is done, the garlic is done. Squash needs B, garlic needs C, maize needs C. All right. Interesting. Garlic is C, but it hasn't sucked all the nutrients. See, what date is it? It is late spring. Good, good. We shouldn't really have any issues until we go into late summer. That's when the lemon trees will start giving fruit. And we do need the fruit, so... Alright, time to prepare for trip. I'm gonna need a boat. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. We are not going to need the chisel where we're going, or the hammer. I mean, we could bring back some diorite, but I don't have any plans to really use diorite right now. So, I don't think there's really any need to. I always find it a little weird with pickles. Like, when I think pickle, I think a pickled cucumber or similar. Let's see, what do we have in fruit? Those apples do not look very fresh. I'm not going to make salads for this trip because it's not going to be a very long trip. So sandwiches should be all we really need. Alright, then we need to clear some inventory space, and then we'll be pretty much ready. So we're not gonna need, probably not gonna need the weapons, but I'm gonna keep them anyway. I'm gonna bring the ladders, not gonna bring the rope. Those are always good to have. Ah, bumps. Whoopsie. And even though I don't think we're gonna need this one, we're gonna bring the backpack and hat, safety hat. Don't know if I would call it pub exploring because we're going to somewhere we know where is, but pub venturing maybe. We need to get some sippy before we go though. Oh, hello, spider. Just check on Minimoo before we leave. Minimoo is good, so don't need to worry about her. Also, by the way, if you intend to play Terrapuppercraft, like when you go around and harvest the crops the first year to get you your initial seeds, I recommend that you write down, that you like mark the places that you got them, simply because they will regrow Like, they don't all regrow, but some of them regrow each year. So if you, for instance, like me in my private world, only got like 2 carrot seeds, then it might be good to go back there and see if you can find some more next year. Now, my carrot seeds were like 9 kilometers away from home, so I didn't want to go back there. As a result, I'm still trying to multiply my carrot seeds. But yeah, it can be useful to remember where it is. Most of the stuff you will get plenty seeds out of, and then you don't need them anymore. But then there's always like 1 or 2 crops where you are missing some of it. And that's where it is nice. I like to reach the point where you have everything. Like, not that you really need every crop, I just like to have all the different crops available, just for variety. Now, we could extract the cassiterite. You will notice I did not bring the prospector's pick, and that's because I don't actually intend to extract it today. We will wait with doing that until next time. But because the vein is located in an area with acacia forest, I want to go there and cut down some acacia trees, because then we can make it a little safer when we go there, because we want to have at least a semi-safe entrance and exit. So yeah, it's just a little trip where we will get some wood and prepare for next time. Also, we can't really do both because the wood will just overfill our inventory. Oh, yeah, there's the lag. I was wondering when it would happen. We're going pretty well. That's the island where we originally made our first night. Okay, let's make landfall here, I think. Let's also reconnect so we can find the boat. Just in case. So we're fairly close to the edge here. Oh, yoink. Consider right sample. Alright, let's get some work done. Okay. There's 2 axes gone. Ow. Ass. Press the weird button. Okay. Now, which tree was I cutting? Don't know if we lost some wood there. We might have. Oh, it fell over here. Oh, we might still have lost some. It's really difficult to tell. Alright, that was one tree. It connected to some other trees, that's why it took so long to get through it. Alright. There's another sample. Okay. I think we're doing okay for light. Let's try to get a little bit more. I don't like that creeper up there to the right. I see you! No, they went away. Comforting. Okay. Why can I not get these? Ah, because we're full. That would make sense. Well, let's make a quick scout here through the area. Have a sippy. Good enough. Three creepers just spawned. 4 creepers. Nice. Yep, Papa wears safety helmet. I knew that we were going to be fighting some monsters, so I figured this would be a good time. Speaking of good time, I think it's a good time to take sail. Or set sail, rather. Okay, time to go home. So that should be a lot more safe when we get back to there next time. Then we can get the cassiterite that we need. Like, it's a surface vein because we know that it's in diorite. So, well, we don't know that it's a surface vein, but like it's very, very likely that it is going to be a surface vein. Because diorite spawns cassiterite, so that means that if diorite is on the surface, it's most likely that it's going to be a surface one. While if you find something that doesn't necessarily spawn in what is on the surface, you know that it's a deep one because, well, it doesn't spawn in the surface, so it has to be down deeper. So that is how that works. So, because it is a surface one, it is not as large as it would have been if it was a down lower one. It can still be very big, even though it is a large one. You can definitely find surface ones that are larger than below surface ones, but comparatively it would have been bigger if it was lower down, is what you can say for the individual vein. I see some bituminous coal in there. I'm going to turn those on because we need to get some more bituminous coal. This one here was that. That is also on the way. I'm going to mark that as well. We need to get some more bituminous coal, so those will probably hit up one of these days. Not tonight. but eventually. So yeah, but the thing is with cassiterite, like you need 1 ingot worth of cassiterite per 10 ingots of bronze. So a single vein will get you very far. Comparatively, you need a lot of copper though, and that's the difficult part. But we do have the copper, so once we have the cassiterite, like even if that is a very, very tiny vein, it will still be enough for what we need it for. What we need it for, of course, is to make the bloomery. So yeah, for the bloomery we need 32 ingots. And then at that point, well, we can then decide if we want to continue using bronze tools or if we want to continue using bismuth bronze tools. Mouse indeed. See kaolinite up there. So something like, don't want to call it orange. It's kind of pinkish orange. I was like, what is that? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just kaolinite. Let's go left around here. There goes the boat. Yes, I know I should install that bloody boat mod. But I haven't done it yet. Now we definitely have enough acacia though. It's definitely going to be a lot more than we need. And the thing is, like, there's still some tetrahedrite deposits in there that we would also like to extract at some point. So yeah, if we also go then cut wood for that, we might need some extra storage space for the acacia. Oh, the pine trees are growing. That means that the sycamore should probably also be growing very soon. Boat. No. Bad boat. Okay. Was apparently close enough to break the boat, but not close enough to pick up the boat. So this is our acacia log pile. I have a feeling we're going to need to start a new level here. Alright, then quiver. A successful trip. Not that it really had big requirements. I don't have my bucket. See, now we have enough samples to make 3 ingots. That means that we have enough for 30 ingots, which is not enough. Unless we have some more down here, but I don't think so. No. Bumps. It's a frustrating thing. If we had just 2 more of the samples, we would have enough cassiterite to make the bloomery today. But we don't. Alright. Let us have a look at things. Oh, there goes my knife. Oh, bumps. Well, it'll just be 1 knife then. I got an itch right when I was doing that, so I messed it up. Chickens. 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 Also really need to figure out a more permanent solution for the animals. They're not intended to just be out in the open here. What I've been thinking about is over in this area over here. Like, we have a fairly large area here. And that's actually open to the sky and stuff. This could be a good place to put a barn or something. So that's my plan. But I haven't fully decided on how I want to make the barn yet. Like, I could just make a rectangle, but that's also a little boring. So I'm trying to decide if I should do something fancy or something less fancy. Let's see, you need C. You need B. Oh, no, I just couldn't see it. Still need C. Good, good. You need B. So one B and some C. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do soybean. You all need B. Let's do some more soybean. Always good to have some soybeans. There's a squash for pickling. All right, let's get the tools back so that we can milk more. Where did I put the tools? I put in here. Oh, before we go outside. $900. That means that we have enough to do a cheese. Okay, so let's see, 17. So that means it will be done just past midnight at 1 o'clock. Now, question is what cheese we should make. We have tomato cheese, garlic cheese, soybean cheese, squash cheese, and onion cheese. We could do carrot cheese, or we could do cabbage cheese. There's also potentially green bean cheese. Any preferences? Green bean, cabbage, or carrot? Green beans, okay. Let's see here. We have all of this ore. Let's bring them over here, just so that we have them near the forge. Bismuthinite should go over in this chest. That should not be in that one. And the rest, though, can go in here. Let's see, gold, silver, galena, magnetite, hematite, graphite, more magnetite, and then we have the malachite. The malachite I'm going to put in that corner there, just because it's technically copper, but I don't want to use it for copper because it is also the color green. So I don't want to really use it for other things than colors. It is actually more useful to use the, like if you have the actual ores that you extract, because the richer the ore, the more color you get per thingy. So let's see, can we get enough here? We might be able to. But yeah, I think like the rich ore gives, like the rich ore has an ore value of 35 and it gives 6 color, I'm pretty sure, while those have an ore value of 10 and give only 1. So like comparatively, like 35 to 6 versus 10 to 1. That's a large difference. Okay, 2 hours left. Come on, give me some more saplings already. Okay, they did give a few more saplings at least. Sometimes they can be really skimpy. It's 1 o'clock. Time for cheese. So, pickled green beans are somewhat sweet, somewhat sour, not salty, not bitter, and not savory. So, let's make pickled green bean cheese, which is a little weird because then it becomes pickled green bean cheese. So in the end it becomes smoked dried pickled green bean cheese. That doesn't actually show the extra pickling. Of course there's one left. This pile is also getting too large, so I probably have to expand it. Expand it or use it. I could also turn it into charcoal. This one we don't need here anymore. We have one inside the house. Okay. Well, before we get to the cheese, actually the cheese is going to be done and then I need to brine it first, so I should at least start that. Let's see, what time is it? It's 7 in the morning, so it's not going to be done yet. But I need to make some more brine. So that it's prepared for when we need it. Make some more vodka. That should be done any moment. It's 9, so it's probably get done at 10. Oh, one of you still haven't grown, so I'm going to leave you a little longer. So, not sweet, not sour, not salty, not bitter, and not savory. So none of the flavors were strong enough that it really carried over that much. They are still there, they're just too minute to actually see. Let's brine it. Alright, so while it is brining, let's go take care of the, let's seal that first of all. Let's go take care of the pine trees. Okay, that was a short visit. I have bad experiences with pine trees. Like, they have so many leaves, but for some reason they often don't give enough saplings, so I'd like to cut a few more leaves than may necessarily be necessary. That may be necessary. Just so that I have spare saplings, just in case. Can we reach any of these from the ground? At least those 4. Won't bother going up after the last ones, but still. We got at least twice as many as we need. Spider, be nice. You're supposed to be nice, spider, right now. Go away. I don't want to fight you. Okay. You're asking for it. I was trying to be nice. Alright, we are going to need some munch. Sheep should actually be done now. So now the brine green bean cheese is not very sour, which is a little weird considered we put it into... So it was not sour before, now it's not very sour. Yeah, I guess that has gained a little sourness. Well, that makes sense. Should bring this with me while I'm going anyway. back in Munchbox. There we go. Alright. So, let's have a look at things. That was the wrong thing. This one. So we still have a bunch of boxes out here, and I want to remove some more of them. I feel like I'm missing... Yeah. I was indeed missing something. Okay, so let's see here. These we will bring with us. Also those. The bows I'm unsure about because I don't really use bows that much, but I also don't want to throw them away because they're a free bow. The snowball I am really not sure about. I don't really have any use for snowballs. We have a thingy here, armor stand. So let's make this chest a pop-exploring chest. We'll put the weapons in there. We will put the things that we use when we go down into holes and stuff. Actually, we should probably make some more. What are we doing here? We are preserving. Good. And it is now very sour. Okay. We will also take the pan here and store it in this chest because this is where we have the gravel. So it makes sense that the gold pan goes where we have the stuff that we pan. Alright, then we need to do some smoking. I'm going to keep 12 on me while I'm doing it. Okay, so we have very sour green beans cheese and ridiculously sour onion cheese. Let's see. We have everything. And there we go. Put this back inside. So very sour and ridiculously sour. Then we will keep an eye on what it does to the cheese. Any more? That's the question of the peat. Don't really know where to put that. Let's put it in there for now. Okay. The sticks I don't think we are getting around having extra storage for, so we might just need to buy the sour apple and have a chest for that. But I don't want it over there. So for now we will store all our sticks here. Actually I should fill the bottom chest first, shouldn't I? Stick is very valuable, so we don't want to toss them away. Let's see. Smoking pickled green bean. Good, good. Bum, 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 bum. So things are starting to look prettier. Let us also make some, like pre-make some what are they called? Support beams. Scrap the ones we have here. Then there's the question of here. I would like a stair, but the question is whether to put the stair like in this space or to put it over here. Could also put it up this way instead, so that like so that you go up this way instead. But that might require taking out this. That way. Which way? 8 hours remaining. Oh, wrong button. Oh, that was a little easier than expected. I haven't fully confirmed it yet, actually, but it feels like the roosters do not actually coo or whatever we call it, unless you have them familiarized. Because I have now a rooster in my private world, which I bought with the buying rules, and that rooster has yet to say any sounds. again, wrong button. It's the whole like being unable to close inventory with tab in 1.15 that's getting to me. Okay, so I feel like I would like to go like that. And then go down there. I would like some dirt there. Leaves this area open. Let's see here. Let's put that there. I want another. Four hours left. So put one there, so let us also put one down here. Question is if we should put it there, that's fairly close to the other one, or over here. Maybe like that, just to space it out. Probably better to do this side instead. Stair mode. Okay, we are getting close now. One hour remaining. that was the last of it. Good, good. Dump the rest of those. Alright, so final take. The smoke-dried onion cheese, which was ridiculously sour, is now extremely sour. It's less than ridiculous, but still very sour. And the smoked dried green bean cheese, which was whatever, 15, one level further down, is now gotten overly sour. So we have slightly reduced the sourness level. What smoking does is it reduces the sourness, but it improves the savoriness. But as it turns out, it seems my player here really do not like sour things and really like savory things. So even though it does a big change, it is actually hardly measurable. Which is a little weird. Oh, we have some things that are done. But yeah, I think we will be ending off here before terribly long. Just want to do the last few things and then we will probably end it. Let's see. Okay, they're all terrible. C wins, and C also wins here, though the last one here wants an A. So one A and the rest is C. I want to plant some carrots. Where did you come from? It's the middle of the day. Silly zombie. Okay, let's see. Not enough there, but we should have enough garlic to pickle one. I think I want a dandelion. So, things are okay. Random wheat. Fair enough. Oh, I don't really want a wheat here, so I'm going to remove it. Not sure what to do here. I could fill it in. I could also try to use the space for something. Not completely sure. So, what have we done today? A lot, actually. We prepared the cassiterite area so that we can extract that next time. We have finished the ingot storage. We have cleaned up around here. All these stray chests that was lying around. Now the only thing we have left is sticks, which is probably going to stay there until we have mass storage. And then this one here, which shouldn't really be there, but until we actually process things, then it kind of needs a place to be. So, yeah. We got a bunch of acacia. We got Minimo fully familiarized and named. We got some more decoration done inside the house. We got a stairway finally. So now we don't have to jump up this place anymore. Should have done that a long time ago, but I wasn't sure I wanted to do it yet. But yeah, in here, did this thing, did the upper level here, did the lowering of the floor here to give the house some more levels, and I think it already helps a lot, I think. I don't know what to do. I am very tempted to do something like cheat in a jukebox and records so we can use those, or maybe make some rules so you can use those. Like, I'm sure there's mods that allow you to make custom crafting recipes, but I don't have those mods, so it's not an option. But yeah. So I possibly could also turn on the vanilla recipe, but the thing is, the vanilla recipe requires a diamond, and well, a diamond is not equal to a gemstone, so that means that if you want to use diamonds, then you need to find diamonds, and diamonds, well, they only come from kimberlite. Other gemstones you get at random from just digging holes, while diamonds, they come only from kimberlite veins, which spawn only in gabbro. We have found gabbro, but the thing is, since it's a gemstone, it doesn't have surface deposits, so we can't actually... Hello, neighbor? We can't actually, like, go and find it. We would have to just go there and spam the prospector's pick in the hopes that we find a trace, or find it at random while we're mining other stuff in the area. That's not very likely. But yeah, so next time we will definitely go and extract the cassiterite, so that we can finally get the bloomery going and get ourselves advanced. not will really be ready yet because we don't have that much. Let's see, how much do we actually have? Probably around 12 ingots, which is close. We need 14. But not quite there. So yeah, we need a little bit more there. The rooster's still stuck inside the house. It is our house rooster. I would like to replace those as well. We don't have enough hickory yet. So yeah, we will be extracting the cassiterite next time. Other plans, as I said, I would really like to figure out something for the animals. So we might think a little bit about this area out here. Don't look at me like that. Try to figure out what to do with a barn or something. Not that they technically need a barn, but I would like to give them one. So yeah. But yeah, as morning approaches, let's have a munch. And I think that is a good place to call it for tonight. We've been going for about 3 hours, which is what I aimed for. It is now late spring, which means next is early summer. Nothing specific should happen early summer. The first thing that should happen is really late summer, so we should be okay to do different stuff for a little bit. But we will see how quick time passes. But yeah, let's hop out and let's get an ending screen on. So that'll be it for tonight. When is the next stream gonna be? I am not entirely sure. It is quite likely that there will be a stream. Well, it's already Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Boy, time passes. It is possible then, it's not likely, it is possible that there might be a stream tomorrow. I won't discount it, but I also won't promise it. It really depends on how I feel. And then Friday, well, the plan is the usual Friday stream. Last Friday was a one-off. It was because DE, Digital Extremes, they had a dev stream and they also have their special event stream. So they actually went and streamed for 4 hours, and starting at 8 o'clock, that means that they're not done until midnight, so that's not really the best time to start streaming. So yeah, we didn't do that, but we did stream in the weekend instead. But yeah, maybe stream tomorrow, but definitely stream, well, definitely plan to stream Friday, unless something gets in the way. And then also possibly during the weekend. So yeah. But I'm gonna get going, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. A little bit of a relaxing one, and perhaps not as high mood as usual, but that's how it is sometimes, so I hope that wasn't too bad. I did liven up after a little bit once I got the other stuff like pushed out of the way. I'm glad more had fun. But yeah, no, let's go to the ending music, please. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you again next time. If not tomorrow, Friday. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you for coming, and good night. Bye bye.